The next part of the assignment asks you to complete the harmonization of a Bach chorale. Now, some of you may not have met that terminology before. You see, I clicked on the link to chorale completion, and you have an exercise that looks like this. What this asks you to do is to write 4 parts: soprano, alto, tenor, and bass, and use those parts to harmonize the notes in the given melody. It's called a chorale because that's an old German hymn tune Bach set many hundreds of them, particularly as part of his cantatas that he wrote for Sunday services. The chorale was to be sung by the congregation, whereas the rest of the cantata was to be sung by the choir. So it's a very commonly used medium for just thinking about harmony and how the various voices within the harmonic lines work both as melodies in their own right, but also providing the 4 notes, 3 notes, or 4 notes of the triads and the 7th chords. So what you really need to do is to identify what chords are going to be reached at the structural points of your chorale. I've given you some here, and part of the exercise is to see if you know what to do with these numbers down here. Some of you will have met figure bass before, some of you won't. As I keep stressing, it's okay if you're completely flummoxed by these things. Do your best to find out what to do, and I'll be able to help you with it. But part of the point of the exercise this early on is for me to find out where each of you is up to. So I'm not going to give you too many hints for this one. I'll take you through this sort of exercise step by step later on in the course. But for now, just work out, for instance, what chord you might arrive at there, in that A. You won't have any idea how to do that unless you first work out what key we're in, which is too hard. And then the pieces of the puzzle start to fall together. So musically, this could be quite a challenge to many of you, and I'll be interested in hearing your feedback through the various ways that I showed you in the last video, the comments and the ability to write little notes attached to the score itself, about where you're having difficulty. I look forward to that. I'll just show you actually how to enter the notes themselves. It's a little bit different from the last exercise. You can always add a chord, I can put an extra G there, but that would create 5 parts. We don't want to do that. What we want to do is to, on each stave, make sure you're either entering the upper or lower part. So have a look here, staff. Use upper voice or use lower voice. If I'm entering the soprano line, I'll use the upper voice. I'll press U as the shortcut. So U. But if I want to enter the alto, I press L. And now I can put in a note in the alto line. Now, a little word about how this program works. Once you've pressed the note, then you can set the rhythm. I've just changed that F into a quaver, and now I'm going to make it an F sharp. I could do that, or just by hitting the backspace key, get rid of all of that. I think it's probably a good idea, because I think I'm just going to use one crotchet in this harmonization. So it's a quaver now, and now it's a crotchet. Have a little play with it. You'll find it's very easy to use, but you select the rhythm after you've entered the note, after you've entered the pitch.